Hi everybody, it's Julia, and today I'm going to continue on with the main squeeze uh, stuff from Crate Paper to make a few Valentine's Day, or well, cards really, but because main squeeze is a Valentine's Day collection, it's going to be more Valentine's. Duh, I mean, you get it. I'm not going to. Anyway, I'm going to start by making some card bases, and I'm just taking some craft cardstock to make them. I'm very, very good at explaining things today, if you haven't noticed, yeah. So here you can see on my desk, I have a few of this stuff out. In my previous video, I shared a scrapbook page I made using the 6x6 pad and the ephemera from Main Squeeze. And now I'm going to use the same things to make a few cards. So here is card number 1, and I'm going to start with a doily and then this little raccoon. So when I went through the collection, I saw it had this raccoon. Now my aunt, she loves raccoons and she wishes to have one as a pet. Now she is not a pet person, no, but in some way she is in her head that a raccoon is a proper pet. Yeah. Anyway, so I thought I'm going to make this card and give it to her because that is just, it's just perfect. And it holds a little heart, and yeah, it was just too perfect. So that is where I'm going to start. And I mean, these die cuts are really, really cute, all of them. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I do have a bit of an issue that they're so big, and the shapes are so square. I had wished there was more variety and more stuff like this little raccoon stuff that I feel like I get a bit of more worth out of the pack, but moving on, I'm not going to dwell on that. Anyway, not going to speak about it anymore. Moving on, I'll take out my little sequin box here, and I'm going to add some fun sequins just to jazz up the card a little bit. And in here, they're just a little bit of a mix. Yeah. Some sequins are from the Planet Society. We have some Felicity Jane. We have some Lucy Cards mixes. Then we have some Maggie Holmes. It is all over the place. I don't use sequins that much, so I don't have that many, but I feel like if you have like white or clear, sort of iridescent, and then some gold maybe, that's all you need really. Yeah. Some gold Heidi Shine because, you know, it's gold Heidi Shine and we all could use a bit more of that in life. So I'm going to add that, and that is going to be card number 1. Moving on to card number 2. And what I'm going to do is really, I'm just going to draw some inspiration from what I can find in this pack. There are so many cute images and phrases and all that, so I'm just going to look through and see what grabs my eye. So here we have a little tag with some cherries, so that will be 1 card. And quite a lot of tags in this collection, and I had this idea of like layering them on top of each other, but then I was like, eh. So I'm going to do something else, but 2 of the cards will have a tag as the sort of main focal point. Then I'm going to use this paint over pen or paint pen. It's from Jane Davenport and it's the white one, just to make a sort of a frame. And then on this one I decided to make a scallop border here, and I'm going to fill in my little scallops, and then later on I will just cut around the scallops to have a bit more of some fun element on the card. So I'm going to see, really, really easy, and I think it's really fun to have a little bit of a different feel or shape to the card. Yeah. You can also use, like, if I have a circle die, to place that on the card and then just outside of the creased edge, so you get like a circle folding. That's really fun. I could do that. Okay, giving myself ideas. Moving on. Here I have some embroidery floss, and it's really, really light minty color. It almost looks white until it's next to white, then it looks mint. Uh, I'm really good at explaining, don't you think? Yeah. So I'm going to add this tag, and I'm going to use some of the papers from the 6x6 pad to add some layers. And I really want to pick up on that really pretty red color of the cherry, so I'm going to use the same color here. Unfortunately, I can't really measure really well, apparently. So I'm like, okay, that's great. And then here, and then I counted the wrong way. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So I was like, oh, it's too short. That's great. But I'm going to add some other layers, so it will be fine. But if you want to make a card properly and you want it to look like you have planned on making it, then measure. Yeah, not just guessing, because apparently I cannot count. So I'm looking through the pad and I found another paper I really like, and I'm going to go with this. I have pink and red hearts, and then the background is like blue polka dots. It's really cute. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to make that sort of like a background piece. So using some sticky thumb adhesive here, I really like this adhesive. What I don't like about it is it's really nice in the beginning when you have just placed a refill, which I did not too long ago. I did that in the beginning of the video here. But as the adhesive rolls up in the back of it, it gets really, really hard to sort of to add the adhesive. So I don't really know why that is, but you really have to sort of fight to get the adhesive out, and I don't really like that. But it's a pretty strong adhesive and it's great. And I mean, I usually just go with a double-sided tape, and sometimes I sort of treat myself to a tape runner because it is a lot easier and a lot faster. And yeah, but oh, darn it. Here I found my Wink of Stella glitter pen in clear, so then I start adding some of that on everything. And I'm going to add some splatters on this, but I decided to go with the pink one. Just to add some of that color, because I didn't really have anything gold on this one, so I decided just to go with the pink. On this one, so it's a laying card, horizontal card, going to add that really big sentiment of love you with glitter, and going to add some pattern paper here just to have something for it to sit on. So looking through, and I found this really pretty grid paper, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to cut a piece that is just 2 inches, so 6 by 2, and that fits perfectly on top of the card. Ta-da! Adding some adhesive to that, and then going to add the love you on top of that. So this is really easy. I mean, if you have these sort of really big die cuts, it's really easy to make the cards because they take up pretty much the whole space. I also have a few sticker sheets in the bottom right corner there, and they are from Peachy Cheap. If you don't know Peachy Cheap, they have one deal a day where they sell a sort of bundle of products to sometimes really great discount. And the other day they had these sort of Valentine's Day collections of heart stickers, and I picked that up. And they have these sort of puffy stickers on, and they were really cute, so I had some of that. And that's really a really simple, cute card. The last one is going to be another card using one of the tags, and it has this little light bulb on top. Light bulb. Gosh, Julia. So I'm going to add some embroidery thread through the little hole here, and then going to add some layers just behind it. But otherwise, it's going to be a really simple card, and there you have it. For I think really simple card. It's really fun just sitting down, have all the die cuts in front of you, and just pick whatever you think is fun and layer them. I had a really great time. I hope you like this video and gets you in the mood to create some Valentine's Day cards. And yeah, I hope to see you soon.